question.
Yeah, you can
Um,
ask.
o- okay, what is practice? Practice is a noun or verb?
Maybe practice is a noun. I think I also not remember. Maybe noun is it is
Yeah,
noun.
yeah, after, yeah, before talking to I search what is practice. Practice is noun or verb, because some person is using, I am practicing. I am practicing too much. I practice too much. So I remove my confusion. Practice is noun as well as
Yeah.
verb. So we can say, I am practicing. We can say, and we
Yes.
should
Yes.
practice also.
Yes. Of course. It's a we should means a चाहिए means you are giving a and it means motivation. तुम्हें करना चाहिए. So you should practice. So when we means when we teach anybody, so we have to use you should plus practice. So yeah, there is a many kind of way to speak English. Yeah.
So hello, good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon, ma'am. And how are you, ma'am?
How are you? Yeah, I'm great, and you?
Yeah, I'm also fantastic. Thank you for asking. And yeah,
So can you introduce yourself?
yes, of course, why not? So, as you know, my name is Sanjan and I'm talking to you Delhi. Basically, I belong to Bihar. I'm here to study purpose. And if I talk my education profile, so I have done my schooling. Now I am pursuing my bachelor in history. And if I talk about my leisure time, so I love to do play hockey and do meditation, yoga, exercise. Yeah, this is about me and my experience. Thank you so much.
Okay, it's great. So this time you are preparing anything, like only you are learning English.
I'm learning English, and apart from that, my exams are going. So I'm also focusing on exams.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to ask you, what is the reason when we speak English and while speaking English we are making mistake? What is the reason?
It's if I talk about the reason, so ma'am, from my experience, it's all about a lacking of practice because we haven't practiced, and we have to understand English is our second language, and obviously we will make mistake while the speaking English because uh, if uh, if we learn English means if we anything we are learning in a first time, so obviously we will make uh, mistake because we can't learn everything in a one time. So obviously we
Yes,
will
yes.
mistake and for removing mistakes and we have to do practice, we have to do focus, and we have to constancy with our journey so we can one day we can obviously become a good speaker in English, but in the
Yes,
starting obviously we will make mistakes and
yes,
it's simple.
and yeah, yeah. In starting, and for example, we are beginners. So why we are making mistakes while speaking English? Because that time, we don't have knowledge and we don't have vocabulary. That's why we are making mistakes. And while speaking English, we are using advanced vocabulary, difficult vocabulary, and we want to show ourselves. My English is very good, and I we want to show our English fluently, because this time we should correct our mistake. So we should take easy vocabulary, not advanced vocabulary. If I
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about advanced vocabulary, so we know, show off means दिखावा करना,
sure,
we
yes,
know.
yes,
Yeah, show
sure.
off. But we want to take advanced vocabulary, pretend, and I was. So it's happen. We are making mistakes while speaking English. And second reason, mm, when we speak English, that time we think my English is not good, his and her English is good, her English is very good. If I speak English in front of this person, so definitely he laugh me, and what will he say about me? So this type of we are making mistake. And third reason, when you ask any question, okay, that time I'm very excited. I have to give answer very long way without think. That's why it's the reason we are making mistakes while speaking English.
Yes, of course. You actually, I love your point. That is that you said dikhawa means we have to show everything we are good
Yes,
in. We have a ability to show. No, we don't need to show. Means I am good in English. Bit like compare with you. So if you will compare yourself
yes,
to others, obviously you will make mistakes. So actually, if we will compare ourselves with others, like we are talking to strangers, and we will try to. Oh, I have to show my everything is good means up. So obviously we will
yes,
mistake. So that kind of thing. If you have a that kind of thing means if we have a that kind of thing, so we can't increase our ability. We can get
yes,
always negative point from others, negative feedback from others. So we need to understand that is not any kind of exam, and don't we don't need to win that exam. This is in
yes,
language, and we have to learn step by step. We have to accept our feedback from others. Yes, you are right.
yes. And what is yeah, and what is important while speaking English? Firstly, we should, and for example, this time you are asking any question, and I am giving answer this question. So we can understand each other question. So it's a good English. But some person speak very fluently English, and when we are not understand his and her English, so how can we say his English is very well? Fluency is not important. Accuracy is very important when we speak English.
Yes, ma'am, you are right. Yeah, yeah. Yes, ma'am. Before speaking anything, we have to understand, others' questions and what they want to say. If we will listen carefully, so we obviously we can give a good answer. If we will not listen carefully, we can get, confused. So obviously, we will speak unnecessary things.
Yes, yes. And if we will think English, firstly, this time I am talking to you. So, firstly, I think Hindi, then I translate English language because this time I'm not able to speak fluently English. So, without think Hindi, and this time I can speak English. So, firstly, I think Hindi, then I translate speak, then I translate English language, then I'm talking to you.
Yeah, that is good. That is good, for starting time. And I will suggest you here. Don't think first in Hindi, and then because it will take time, and if you will think Hindi and then try to translate English, so you will get confused little bit. So try to speak whatever you have idea and Like don't try to you know
Yes,
uh, good sentence and good things. Don't use high level vocabulary. Simple, like somebody asks, like
say,
tell me something about your society. So don't go in deeply. Just simple, my society is like that my society is very clean, and their people are very helping. Simple. So
yeah,
when you start using simple sentence, obviously one day you can easily easily you can use a high level vocabulary. Because nowadays what happening with me, like while they're speaking, I without knowing any kind of vocabulary, I remember. I don't know why, because I
yes,
heard about anywhere, and in my past. That's why I
yes,
recall, because it's become my habit to speak English. So that's why. So just
yeah.
simple, we have to speak easy answer in a short way, and don't show high level beautiful vocabulary, handsome vocabulary. Simple. We have to speak simple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
So
should. Yeah. And for example, this time we are talking each other, okay? And I am taking easy vocabulary, but you are taking advanced vocabulary. So, but I am not understand what are you saying? So how can I give answer?
yes, yes.
Because
Yeah,
some
we
person
have.
is no advanced vocabulary.
Yes, and we have to speak like that, like according to another person, like somebody are beginner, so we have to speak like a beginner. If we will speak, if we will
Yes.
use speak like a intermediate person and advanced level, so obviously the other person will be can't get interest in our speech and in our English. They said it is not good person like that. So we have to take
Yeah,
care
and
everything for
yeah.
becoming
And
good person.
this time, this time when we speak English, we are using tense. Okay, we are using tense, but if I talk about advanced English, so when we take passive voice, when we take voice, that time we can say it's advanced English. For example, this time you are teaching English. It's a tense. But if we will say इंग्लिश पढ़ाई इसके द्वारा इंग्लिश पढ़ाई जा रही है. So this time we will make firstly sentence passive bias, so we will take too much time.
Yes, of course. Yeah, you are saying right. Okay, so ma'am,